Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. My friend's wife cheated on him and even I'm devastated. My wife and I, 30m/F, have a couple, 30m/F, we're very close friends with. We've gone out plenty of times, spent lots of time traveling together, we were getting along really well. Recently they've gone a little bit quiet, so a few days ago I invited my friend, the husband, over to my house for a drink and he soon told me what's been going on. His wife was recently going distant and going out with her friends a lot, but never wanted to take him with her. Started hiding her phone and texting someone all the time. He confronted her and she told him after some time that she was not happy with him and that she fell in love with a co-worker that she has more in common with. The worst part is that she didn't even stop doing that after he learned what was going on. They have a long mortgage together that they signed recently and now my friend basically moved out. He is obviously completely devastated. We did have a good time and I managed to take his mind off of it here and there, but I could see he was just so sad in between. I hope they manage to go through this somehow, but it doesn't look very good if his wife continues to spend time with her new guy. I thought I knew her well and I never even imagined her doing something like this. I was shocked when I learned about it. I can't even imagine what my friend is going through. I feel so bad for him. Obviously I heard only his side of the story but I have no reason to doubt it. I assured him that he can always call me and talk if he needs to. He told me that he's also seeing a psychologist to help him cope with all of that, and I am very glad he does. I don't know what else I can do for him, though. Edit. Thanks for the responses guys. I've talked some more to my friend, and sent him the 180 that a few people recommended. I asked him why he didn't make her move out. He said that he doesn't really care where he lives, wants to give her time as she does not know if she wants to be with him or the other guy and he loves her and is willing to forgive her. I tried to talk some sense into him, as it's pretty obvious from a neutral standpoint that what she's doing is completely unacceptable and he's just letting her do it without any real consequences, which is also terrible. I explained it to him but in the end he told me he's going to handle things his way, but he will look into the 180. Obviously this is his life and there are a lot of things in play, like his personality, which cannot be changed so easily by anyone, so there is a point where I won't be arguing with him over his decisions. However, I explained to him how I view the situation, and I agree with the comments saying he is a bit of a pushover in this. This is exactly the kind of behavior I just can't understand. Why risk everything you have for an affair? A fake relationship with no future that will end just as it began, and when reality hits, it will be too late. I feel bad for your friend pal. Even with psychological help it will be quite difficult to overcome the treason, the feeling of inferiority, the lack of self-esteem. Keep in touch with him and listen to all he has to say. That's the way you can help him for now. Hope you tell your wife to keep the duck away from that toxic bee. I agree, and I think you should keep your wife away from the friend as well. He is pretty vulnerable right now and if not careful, he could cost you your own marriage as well. At the very least, do not let him move in with you nor let you nor your wife be alone with neither of them for the time being. Divorce is catchy. Same story as this guy. A couple I used to be close with for years and went on vacations with, etc. She dropped out of the relationship to find something she was lacking. Ex-wife was there for her. Within 2 years my ex-wife was with another guy and I get divorced. So keep her away from your wife. It's true. Statistically, being around divorced people is correlated to divorcing. My best friend cheated on his wife who is my wife's best friend. The guys in our friend group helped him but we all rallied around his wife. D-Day was on a Sunday afternoon. We helped her pack her things, and she and my wife left the night we told her. One of the guys in our friend group is an attorney and he called a friend and had an appointment with a divorce attorney set up the next morning. She went total North Carolina with him and only communicated with him through her attorney. By the end of the day after D-Day, she had divorce papers in the works, a separation agreement in process. She had transferred half their liquid assets into a new account and she had signed the lease on a new condo. If your friend is still hoping to have his marriage work out, why I don't know, he needs to do a 180 on their relationship. He needs to separate their finances and he needs to contact a divorce attorney and have her served. No love bombing her, no more discussing what she is doing and no more pick-me dance. Tell him to follow the 180 even if he doesn't think it will help. Maybe it won't, but what he is currently doing surely isn't working. He can gauge her reaction when she gets served and make a decision if he really wants to try to reconcile or if she even wants to. I would also tell her he is putting the house on the market unless she has the ability to buy him out and take over the mortgage herself. If she says no, to either tell her he isn't making payments anymore since he isn't living there and all payments on the house need to come from her going forward. If not, it will ruin both of their credit, but he is willing to let that happen after what she has done. He has to be able to be strong, confident and respect himself through this. If he comes off as needy, weak and lacking confidence, she is gone anyway. What woman would want to be with a guy like that? Sad part, but the co-worker is just using her for sex. Once the lust is satisfied, he will dump her, and she has mortgaged her future on this guy. She told him that there was no sex, but you know. I feel sorry for your friend. The same happened to my wife and me a couple of years ago. In our case, it's been an unfaithful husband. The only thing I could recommend to your friend is to act very fast and serve her with divorce papers. This might push her out of the affair fog. And if not, she isn't worth spending any further minutes with her anyway, but look for a partner who he deserves. Economics can be sorted out, and with being 30, he still has all options for finding a new partner. Just allow me one question: why didn't he make the wife move out? That's the first thing to make her feel the consequences. He should move back in while she's away, get the locks changed, and put her suitcase on the front porch for her to pick up, making her the baggage of the AP. Just allow me one question: why didn't he make the wife move out? Yeah, I don't get this either. He said he hopes they go through this anyway cause he loves her. He spends 2 to 3 days a week in their apartment due to business in the city, but he says there is no intimacy or connection between them whatsoever. They're like roommates at this point. I didn't want to question his decisions given the state he was in. It's his life after all, but if that was my wife, I would not let her stay at my place any longer, too. Yeah, I'll probably ask him that anyway. Maybe there is much more to the story that not everyone is hearing. Do you honestly think that he's going to say anything that would make himself look bad? Typically if a woman strays, it's because she is being failed by her husband in some way, shape or form. Maybe he made her feel rejected by him due to his lack of interest or efforts or something. I don't know. Maybe he's so absorbed with himself and his own secrets that he succeeded at being an absent husband at home. There definitely is another side of the story. Obviously there might be more to the story, but in my opinion there is no scenario where having an affair is justified when you're married. If you're unhappy with your spouse, you tell them, try therapy or whatever else, and if that does not work, you divorce and find yourself a new partner. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.